I have been listing some of my domain names for the last 7 months. Luckily, I have been able to sell 4 of my domain names for quite a good profit. Most people say you need to invest thousands of dollars and hold your domain names for several years just to make it profitable. In this video, I will prove them wrong. Here are some steps you should take. Later, I will also go in deep on how I sold my domain names. The first step is to create your words and then copy these words. Next, go to Namecheap, click on Beast Mode, paste the words, and select your domain extension. I will choose .uk and generate the results. After a few minutes, all the results should be available. As you can see, these domain names are available for registration. I will select one, copy it, and go to GoDaddy and paste it. And see the appraisal result. The appraisal value is $2,027 according to GoDaddy estimates. You can register this domain name from Namecheap, GoDaddy, or also 123reg. You can register either the .co.uk or .uk extension for just 1 penny for 1 year. Once you register it, list it on Afternic, NamesPro, Atom, and Sedo. These are the main platforms and marketplaces for domain flipping. Here are some domain names that have been sold for significant amounts in history. Voice.com for $30 million, 360.com for $17 million, and NFTs $15 million in 2022. Other domain names have sold for over $1 million. These domain names were purchased a long time ago, in 1990s, and have been held for around 30 years. Due to the advancing internet and technology, these domains have increased in value over the years. For instance, they may have spent around $300 to $400 to host these domain names, but they have sold for millions of dollars. There are 2 ways to flip domain names for a profit. First, purchase your domain name and hold it for a long time, like 10 to 20 years. Ensure that your domain name is valuable, short, and brandable. The second option is to purchase short domain names in bulk and list them on marketplaces mentioned earlier. The probability of selling those domain names is about 1% to 2%. This means that if you list 100 domain names, the chances of selling 1 to 5 of them are probable. If you can sell 1 to 5 domain names from 100, you are considered to be a successful flipper. Over the past 6 to 7 months, I have sold 4 domain names, 3 on Dan.com and 1 on Sedo. My last domain name sold on Sedo for about €100, which is my net profit. The total net profit from other 3 domain names on Dan.com is about $4,514. If you go to Finance and Revenue, you can see the details of their sales. I purchased around 400 to 500 domain names and listed them on marketplaces like Dan.com. Although Dan is now closed, you can use Afternic instead of this one. I sold 1 domain name in April, another in May, June, and last in October. In October, I sold 1 domain name on Sedo.com. To make your domain flipping business successful, first visit a fake name generating website. Specify how many words you want to generate and select the word length. For example, you can generate 4-letter names. Copy the generated names and go to Namecheap. Click on Beast Mode, paste the names, and search for your extension. I will choose .uk and also .co. Hide the premium and unavailable domain names. Then click the Generate button. After a moment, you will see the available domain names. Evaluate each one to determine which is suitable and brandable. For instance, I found the domain name Zada, Xada, and check its estimated value on GoDaddy. which is $1,694. You can purchase this domain name on Namecheap or other domain registrars for just 1 penny for the first year. The cost for subsequent years may be around $20 to $30. Another website allows you to filter and generate names based on word length and language type. After generating names, check their availability and estimated values on GoDaddy. Once you have an idea of pricing and register your domain, list it on multiple platforms like Atom, Sedo, and NamesPro. And also do not forget to list them on Afternic. It's crucial not to limit yourself on a few domain names. To make your domain flipping business successful, buy in bulk, list them in bulk to increase your chances of selling. Aim for conversion rate of 1 to 5%. If you can sell one domain from 100, you are doing well. If you can sell 2, 3, or 5 domain names, you are quite successful. For example, I calculated the conversion rate of a seller on Dan.com, which is 8.6%. They have sold 55 domain names and have an inventory of 638 for sale. They mainly focus on .uk domain names, and most of their domain names are short and brandable. Another seller has a conversion rate of 5.7% and has sold 98 out of 1,705 domain names. They also focus on .uk domain names. Here is another seller. This seller has sold 1,383 domain names and has over 29,000 in inventory with various extensions. This seller has sold more than 2,700 domain names and has over 177,000 in inventory. They have a mix of extensions including .io. If you estimated their revenue, as we can approximate, they have made an estimated revenue of $27 million. Another seller focuses on South African domain names and has sold 50 domain names with a conversion rate of 7%, resulting in an estimated revenue of $50,000, which is very good. These examples illustrate the potential for success in domain flipping. Now let's talk about the evaluating domain names value, key factors, and tools. The key factors to determine the value of a domain name are that the name should be short and brandable. If it is very short, such as 2 or 3 letters, it may not be pronounceable, but it's very brandable. If you aren't sure about its value, you can use tools like GoDaddy appraisals. These tools can provide you with an idea of the domain's worth. Here are some common mistakes in domain flipping. When discussing the mistakes beginners make when starting domain flipping, one common mistake is purchasing only a few domain names, such as 1 to 5. They often list these domain names on platforms and wait for results. This approach is not very successful because the domains have just been purchased recently, and their value and the likelihood of being sold are very low. To increase your chance of success, you should purchase a larger quantity of domain names, ideally between 100 to 1,000 domain names. By acquiring domain names in bulk, you enhance the potential for them to be sold. Therefore, avoid buying just a few domain names instead of focus on purchasing and listing them in larger quantities. Now let's talk about the importance of branding and domain name strategy. The branding of a domain name is a good strategy, I think. There are websites like Atom that allow you to use customized logos for each of your domain names. Generating these logos can provide potential buyers with an idea of how a domain should be used and what kind of business it could represent. Branding is a valuable approach. Although I have limited experience in this area, I did not use any logos initially, but recently I created around 200 to 300 logos for my domain names on Atom. I hope they will be effective. Timing strategy for selling domain names are also important. The timing for selling domain names for maximum profit is crucial. Most of my domain names have been sold in early months of the year, particularly in March and April and also May. It's important to be aware of this trend because many entrepreneurs and startups typically begin their ventures at the start of the year. They set new resolutions and goals for their business and personal growth, which often includes the need for a new domain name. If you capitalize on this opportunity, you will increase your chances of success. It is advisable to be prepared at the beginning of the year, specifically in January, February, March, and even December. If you just list your domain names during these months and are ready, the probability of your domain names being sold is very high. Now let's talk about my successful domain name sales and my experience. I have sold 3 domain names on Dan.com. I previously made a video about geeky.co.uk, which I sold for close to $2,000, specifically $1,937. The second domain name was feig.co.uk, which I sold for $1,400. The third domain name was bicycle.co.uk, which I sold for over $1,000. The fourth domain name was ziggy.co.uk for $130. These are the domain names that I have successfully sold. As you can see, they are pronounceable, brandable, sharp, and beautiful domain names. To evaluate the potential value of a domain names before purchasing, I believe every type of domain names can be sold. However, you have to try multiple domain names, potentially hundreds of them. In the past, I thought that only .com domain names and short domain names could be sold. After this experience, I'm sure that any type of domain name, whether it has generic extensions or geographical extensions, can be sold. Do not forget that domain names should be short and brandable. This is the main point. If you are a beginner and do not have a large budget, focus on domain names that are affordable. You can find short names for those inexpensive extensions and purchase them in bulk. That's the idea. Now let's talk about the impact of trends on domain name. Trends are very effective and important to keep an eye on them because, for example, AI was not very successful extension in the past. But by emerging ChatGPT in 2023, as you can see, AI.com was sold for over $11 million in 2023. I'm sure this domain in the previous years, like in 2022, 2021, in those past years, was like maybe $100,000 to $200,000. But this domain became much more valuable by emerging ChatGPT and AI. I read another report from Sedo.com in 2023. I hope to share the link in the description. The .ai extension was the main trend in 2023, which contributed to the high sale price of AI.com. Therefore, it's essential to keep an eye on trends and consumer behavior, as these factors can influence the price of a domain name. Now let's talk about how to maximize your exposure. The best and most significant platform is Afternic because it is a network and brand of Gurari which has over 40 million of monthly viewers. By using Afternic, you can showcase your domain name to a vast audience of 40 million of people, resulting in a high traffic. First choose Afternic, then consider other platforms like Sedo or Atom. However, never overlook Afternic. It is a major player. Your domain name will be exposed to 40 million of people, which is extremely important. I hope you can build a successful business from your domain name flipping efforts. To summarize, buy a lot of domain names in bulk, list them on multiple platforms like Afternic, Sedo, Atom, and NamesPro, and wait for your domain names to sell. Repeat these strategies as needed. I hope you can achieve a good profit from your business. See you in the next video.